Hello, I'm Doug DeWitt, T-shirt transfer paper product manager here at Condé Systems, welcoming you to a brand new tutorial video in regard to our new Waterslide transfer papers available at Condé Systems. Now here to help me out with this video is my sublimation product manager, my counterpart, and my friend Jeff Butler. Jeff, thanks for coming in and helping out with this.
Thanks for having me, Doug.
The reason I brought Jeff in to help us out with this demonstration video is because Jeff, while being our sublimation product manager, also happens to run a consignment and boutique shop across the bay in Daphne, Alabama. Now, Jeff has learned the value of using these Waterslide materials to decorate products that he in turn resells at his shop, and he's been having tremendous success with it. So what we're going to do in this video today is we're going to detail the new Waterslide Light and Waterslide Dark papers, give you the information that you need so you can understand how these papers work, and then I'm going to jump to my computer, show you how to run these papers through a color laser printer and color laser copier. Once we produce some sample prints, we're going to turn it over to Jeff here, and Jeff's going to show you some real-world applications that you could use with these new paper products. So let's go ahead and get started, and let me take a couple of quick seconds just to tell you about how these unique papers work. If you've ever put together a model airplane or a model ship as a kid, and you would take the decals supplied with the model and dip them in the water so that you could decorate your plane or your ship, basically this color laser Waterslide paper works the exact same way. What makes it cool is that it's compatible with most color laser printers and copiers, so now that you can create your own decals for decorating items that you normally cannot put inside of a heat press. Now, as far as the paper is concerned, we have two varieties. We have what we call Waterslide Light, which is actually a clear-coated material. This is the print side, this is the backing sheet side. Now you'll notice there are no markings to this backing sheet, so you have to remember that when you run this paper, you want to print to the coated side. We also have Waterslide Dark. Now what makes the Waterslide Dark different, instead of being clear-coated, this actually has a white coating to it so that you can apply these decals against a dark substrate. Now, since there's white already in the product, the other nice benefit is you don't need a white toner printer to be able to decorate a dark substrate or a dark item. All you need is this Waterslide Dark paper. Now, this paper is going to be clearly backmarked so that you know the backing sheet side from the printing side. Now, when it comes to running these papers through your printer or copier, you want to make sure that you use your bypass or multi-purpose tray. Another thing about these papers is they don't come in standard US sizes, which is 8.5 by 11 inch or 11 inch by 17 inch. They're coming in European sizes. So the smaller cut sheets that we have are going to be A4 size, similar to an 8.5 by 11. The bigger sheet size that we have, which is A3, is similar to 11 by 17. But you might need to look through your driver of your particular printer or copier so that you can find those media size settings so that you could decorate the paper properly. Now these papers come in 100 sheet packs. To give you an idea on the cost of the product, the A4 size Waterslide Light runs $69 a pack. So you're basically looking at 69 cents a sheet. The A3 size Waterslide Dark runs $199 per pack. So essentially you're looking at about $2 per sheet. So no matter which product you decide to go with or what size that you're going to roll with, at minimum you're going to be spending 70 cents per sheet, at maximum about $2 per sheet. Now these sizes are always stocked here at Condé Systems, so make sure you contact your account manager because we can provide free samples of each of these products for you to play with. So now that we've briefly covered the paper, let me jump on my computer real quick so I can show you the driver settings that you need to employ to run these products successfully through your color laser printer or color laser copier. Now that I'm at my computer, let's review the driver settings I like to employ when running Laser Imprints Waterslide Light or Laser Imprints Waterslide Dark through a color laser printer or color laser copier. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to demonstrate the driver settings on two different Oki printers, the Oki 831TS printer and the Oki C711WT white toner printer. Let's start by reviewing the driver settings for an Oki 831TS. I'm going to click on Printing Preferences to access my driver. In the driver, you will notice 4 tabs: Layout, Paper Quality, Job Options, and Color. Let's start with the Layout tab.
On the Layout tab, you want to make sure that your orientation is set to either portrait or landscape, depending on how the artwork is laid out on the page. Once you've set your orientation, go to the Paper Quality tab. Now, since Waterslide paper is technically a transfer paper, we want to make sure that we run the paper from our bypass or multi-purpose paper tray. So here at Paper Source, I will change the setting to multi-purpose tray. Now, let's click on the Advanced button to access the PostScript functions of the driver. First, make sure that you set your paper size. Remember that Waterslide paper is cut into European designations, which would be A4, which is similar to 8.5 by 11, or A3, which is similar to 11 by 17. So pick your appropriate size. Next, when it comes to your image color management, you want to select that your image color management is handled by the printer. Under Image Color Management Intent, you need to choose between pictures or graphics, depending on the layout of the artwork. Let's move down to this option. Check paper in any other tray. Let's disable that function because we want to make sure that we pull paper from the multipurpose or bypass tray. Under Media Type, you have two options that you can go with an Oki 831TS. If it's a standard color laser printer or color laser copier, run the Waterslide paper using your labels print setting. You can also employ one step heavy. Finally, on this screen, select your tray switch and make sure that the tray switch is turned off. Click OK. Move on to the Job Options tab. On the Job Options tab, normal image resolution 600 by 600 dpi is adequate, but one thing that we want to check. Let's click on the Advanced button. If you have your mirror print function enabled, you want to make sure it is unchecked. You do not want to mirror or reverse your print, printing to either the Laser Imprints Waterslide Light or the Laser Imprints Waterslide Dark. After you've checked that setting, go to your Color tab. Personally, when it comes to running Waterslide Light and Waterslide Dark, I like to change my color mode to Graphics Pro, go into the options, and change my black finish from composite black to true black. Let's click OK to save that setting. Make sure that your toner saving is turned off. Apply your changes, and you're ready to print. Now, let's review the driver settings if you use a white toner printer. For demonstration purposes, let's review the driver settings on an Oki C711WT white toner printer. Again, as typical with an Oki driver, we have 4 tabs: Layout, Paper Quality, Job Options, and Color. Let's review the driver settings. Again, when it comes to your orientation, select either portrait or landscape, depending on how the artwork will lay out on the paper sheet. Go to your Paper Quality tab and make sure you change your paper source from Automatically Select or Cassette Tray to your Multi-Purpose Tray or Bypass paper tray. Let's click on the Advanced button to access the PostScript functions of this driver. Remember that the Waterslide papers are not your standard American sizes. They're European sizes. So make sure you set to A4, or if you have a tabloid size printer, you can run set to A3. Make sure that the image color management method is set to be handled by the printer, and your image color management intent vary between pictures or graphics. Pictures if it's photographic output, graphics if it's a line art, clip art, or vector art design. Make sure that your media check is turned off, and under media type, use a labels 1 or labels 2 media type setting. Finally, on this screen, make sure your tray switch is turned off because we only want to pull paper from the multi-purpose tray. When it comes to loading paper in the multi-purpose tray, my suggestion is to load 1 or 2 sheets at a time to make sure that they go cleanly through the printer. On your Job Options tab, normal image quality resolution, 600 by 600 dpi, is perfectly fine for the Waterslide Light and Waterslide Dark. But remember, we do not want to mirror or reverse our graphic, so make sure that your mirror print function is disabled before you send your print job. When you go to the Color tab and you're using Waterslide papers in a white toner printer, make sure under Print Mode that you turn your white toner off. Even though you might be applying the Waterslide paper to a dark substrate, when printing to the Waterslide Dark or the Waterslide Light, make sure your white is turned off. Apply your changes, click OK, and let's go ahead and send some prints to our Oki printer.
So now that we're back, I've got some sample transfers made with the Waterslide Light and Waterslide Dark for Jeff. Now, as we discussed in the driver settings, make sure you do not mirror or reverse your graphic when you're printing to either the Waterslide Light or Waterslide Dark. You want your graphic to be right reading so that you can go ahead and apply it to the substrate. But now that we've got Jeff set up with transfers, I'm going to let Jeff take over from here and give you some real-world applications on how to use these items for decorated products. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Doug. So I've got all my items here together. I have a bowl with water, kind of lukewarm water, a little dish soap, a couple squirts. I've got a sponge. I have a sharp knife. I have my transfers. I have a rag that I've got laid out. That's where I'm going to be working. And I've got my candles. These were picked up at Dollar Tree. They're $1 a piece, just solid white candles. I leave the stickers on the back, letting people know it's a candle. And that's what I got. So let's get started. All right, guys, so what we're going to do here is, first I'll show you what I got. I get 3 of these transfers on an A4 sheet, and you can see I've got a small light cut line. That's where I cut to, because keep in mind this white background is going to show on the product I'm going to apply it to. So, got my transfer, got my candle. I'm just going to kind of put it here out of the way, and I'm going to stick my transfer in the water. Now see how I'm holding it in there? It's kind of like cooking bacon. Bacon wants to curl up on you unless you flatten it down. So I'm going to hold it down for just a few seconds, kind of flatten it out, and I'm going to let this soak for about 2 to 3 minutes. And in the meantime, like I said, I get about 3 transfers to 1 sheet. So when it's all said and done with toner, paper, the candle, I'm in less than $2 on this product. I retail these for anywhere from $15 to $20, depending on, in the store it's $15, online could be $20. I've seen them go as high as $24. So my transfer is soaking. I like to keep a knife handy because I can use that edge. If things start to go bad over here, I can take the knife and kind of flip the edge up, that kind of thing. So I'm going to get that ready right there. So this is going to soak for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll be ready to apply. So my decal is about ready, and you'll notice on the corners they start to curl a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to grab it right here in the middle and kind of let those curls lay back down, all 4 corners. And that's because this is a big rectangular sheet, so I'm sure you'll have different results with different shapes. So I bring it over here to my candle, lay it on there. I want to get centered up over that sticker. Everything looks good. So now I'm going to kind of bend it up. I'm going to grab up here at the top, put a little bit of pressure, just enough to hold it. Then I'm going to grab the paper, and I'm just going to slide it out from under it, just like that. I'm going to come over here and start working the corners. And you don't have to press real hard. You don't want to press real hard. You just want to kind of get everything smoothed out, positioned where you want it. Now you'll notice how thin this material is what gives you advantages over the guys that are doing this with just sticking stickers on it. You can feel the sticker starts to peel off. This has way less of a hand and just looks a lot more professional. So it looks like everything's lined up. All my big bubbles are out. Come back with a sponge. Just kind of lightly wipe it down. Work those bubbles out to the edge. Make sure your corners lay down. Get everything nice and smooth. Then I like to kind of take it and roll it around on this rag just to pick up some of that loose water. Come back, smooth it down again. And that's about it. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. I'll come back and touch it up just a little bit with a sponge. But that's what I got. That's going to dry. Like I said, it's going to leave very minimal hand. It's going to look way more professional than a sticker or vinyl or anything like that. Some of the designs you can do that are really popular, people are doing celebrity candles, music lyrics, hip-hop lyrics, that kind of thing. You can do custom faces on them, custom photographs. For less than $2, it's $15 to $20 in your shop. So while this is doing its thing over here, I got something else I'm going to show you with this. This is using the light. So this was using the dark on the white candle, which is going to kind of blend in with that white once it dries. So I've got these I do with light. So I'm going to let that soak for a second. And then I've got these coffee mugs that are super popular right now. This is one that I do. It's got a Stranger Things reference, you know, the kind of the super popular TV series on Netflix. And what I want to do is put that right there. I'm going to let this soak for a second. I use this clear on a lot of products in my shop because it's a nice way to brand things, even older things, and it has that kind of that old school type look once it's stuck on there. It's real simple. Let that soak just for a few, not even a minute really. And it's got my logo, my address, and my phone number. And these don't have to be absolutely perfect. Just kind of get it to lay down. And I'm going to go put this on the shelf. And they take it home. They got all my contact info on the bottom of it. So just another use. This is using the clear A3. And like Doug said, it's about 69 cents a sheet. When I do my sheets, I print a bunch of them on it. And just cut them out as I need them. Keep them up by the counter, just kind of soak them off, slide them on there. And it's done.
Jeff, I really appreciate you showing us a demonstration on how to use the Waterslide Light, Waterslide Dark. Basically, it's an easy product to use.
It's really easy.
And it's profitable too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And it's doing well in your shop?
Doing great.
All right. Well, let's cover a few things that you need to know regarding this video. First off is we have two versions of the Waterslide, light and dark. Light is going to be clear coated because you're going against a white or light substrate. Dark is going to have a white coating because you're going against a dark substrate. Remember, these will run through most color laser printers and color laser copiers, but they are available in A4 and A3 size. So remember to set your driver accordingly. Also remember that you might need a few accessory items to use the product, such as some dish soap to prepare your water, a sponge to get out the air bubbles, or you could use a squeegee. You're going to need a pair of scissors to cut the material, and in a future video we're going to show how to use a cutter, a silhouette cutter, that you could use to contour cut this material. That will be another video. Also, if you're going on to a soft good, like the candle itself or a bar of soap, you might need some glue to prep your area so that the water slide sticks properly. But basically, we just wanted to show that this is a real easy product to use. You don't need a heat press to apply any of this, and you really can make some money. It's got some great profit potential. So I appreciate Jeff coming in, showing us how to use it. We appreciate you tuning in to Condé TV, and we want to leave you with this call to action. Of course, you can ask for samples of each of these products from your Condé Systems account manager. Now, if you want to purchase a pack of Waterslide Light or Waterslide Dark, we will give you 10% off your first order of a 100 sheet pack if you reference this video. If you happen to get both at the same time, Jeff, we're going to give them 15% off both packs because we want you to get started using this product so that you're cranking out the profit that Jeff is making at his shop. And like I said, Jeff, I appreciate you coming by, taking the time to show us. For Jeff Butler, I'm Doug DeWitt, your transfer paper product manager here at Condé Systems. Our time is up, but we thank you for yours.